Spies. Saboteurs. Assassins. We've all done terrible things on behalf of the rebellion.
Genevieve, how you doing?
Hi, Jamal. Nice to meet you.
My first question is I wonder how has your life, I know you've been an accomplished actress and act and have many more projects, but how has your life changed since being a part of Rogue One and entering the Star Wars universe?
Well, it's a joy to be a part of the Star Wars universe and the family. Mon Mothma is a role that I really love playing. She's such an iconic female role and a really inspirational leadership role. You know, a woman who is really at the center of the rebellion. Personally, my life hasn't really changed. I'm just an actor who comes along. One of the great things about playing Mon Mothma is that I feel like I really get to step into her shoes, and without sounding disrespectful, also to step into her wig. I feel like when I put her wig on and her costume on, I can feel the history of that character and the iconography of her. And so it's a special role to step into, and particularly in Andor, to get the opportunity to flesh out.
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark.
There is an organized rebel effort. Drill down and get a hunt started.
You realize what you set in motion? People will suffer.
Time has come to force her hand.
At what cost?
Everything!
And I know Rogue One, you know, you have, you know, movie credits and TV credits, but when these series started, when these streamers started creating these series and these long forms like Mandalorian and now Andor, how does it feel compared to the theatrical production being on set for this? Does it feel like you're shooting a movie as opposed to the TV when you're doing the series?
On Andor, very much. This has a huge cinematic scope. It is epic storytelling, the sets, the costume design. You know, Disney are behind it 100%. Tony Gilroy is writing it. We have it feels like, well, for me, this felt like we almost made 4 films because we shot it in kind of blocks, and it is unashamedly ambitious in its theatricality. And so the day-to-day work felt genuinely cinematic. It felt like a film. Obviously, we shot it during COVID, so it was very strange in that respect. But yeah, I'm excited to see this, not just the character interplay, which was very exciting to read and to work with, but also the cinematic scope that I know they are reaching for.
And the last question, how does Gilroy, or really you look at any of the Star Wars episodes that have been created, their stories seem to have this evergreen, timeless story where you're talking about the rebellion and the empire. How was it reading the words on the script and then looking at where we are in the world today and how some things still, you know, just are so relatable to right now?
Well, I think great storytelling really holds a mirror up to society, always. And I think Star Wars does that particularly well because it really blends the epic with the intimate very beautifully. It's a universal world, and yet at its heart, it has often been a familial story. And so I think there is great scope for storytelling within that. You know, it can be brave, it can be ambitious, but at its heart, it is deeply human. And certainly Andor is that. It is interplanetary. There are different planets, different worlds, different groups of people, but it's really about the tentacles of empire and people and community, and how we are most effective when we can gather together in one voice and hold each other up. You know, at its heart, Star Wars is about hope, and that's what Andor is about too. And I think it's good that you see those connections between the story that we're telling and what's happening in the world today, because that means it's a valuable story to tell.
And you did a great job, and I really appreciate your time and sitting here talking to you. Can't wait till the rest of the world gets to talk about this story, and we get to talk online about it and everything else. Good luck to you and everything, and keep on doing it. We'll keep on watching and cheering for you.
Thank you so much.